Good morning. Your time is 6:59 on this Friday morning. Thank you for joining us here on DC News Now. We begin with a live look outside Reagan National Airport as we continue to follow the heartbreaking news of that mid-air collision between American Airlines Flight 5342 and that Black Hawk military helicopter that happened near this airport. That collision killing 67 people. That crash now the deadliest in the country since November 2001. Thank you for waking up with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakile.
And I'm Shanika Grimshaw. It's just going to be a busy day. We have so much to cover this morning. So we have Haley Milon. She is also going to be talking about the investigation, yesterday's mid-air collision. And we're going to hear from Yamarie Sase. She's at Reagan National Airport as well. We also have Jamal Williams, and he is also very close to Reagan National at the airport where they are still investigating as well. But first, we want to talk to meteorologist Jackie Layer about when the rain is going to hit the D.C. area.
Yeah, at least right now, much of that rainfall is just south of D.C. We're mainly talking the southern half of the viewing area down towards Stafford, Fredericksburg, and even across southernmost parts of Maryland. So for D.C. for now, we're tracking those drier conditions. So we're in a lull for much of the area for now. That will change over the next couple of hours. Just back out towards our west and over towards parts of West Virginia, we have that next batch of rain that will continue to work its way eastward. So we'll be watching as that rainfall fills in over the course of the next couple of hours. And we could even see some pockets of some steadier rain pushing in as we look ahead towards midday today. So thinking closer towards noon is when we could see some of those steadier rain bands pushing back over towards the Shenandoah Valley. Then a lull, at least for some parts of the region, by the middle of the afternoon, right around 3 and 4 p.m. before eventually we start to see the back edge of the system pushing in. That's later on tonight, so heads up for your Friday night plans. You'll likely still be needing that umbrella before eventually that rain does exit, and then we're looking at drier conditions for the weekend. We'll have more details. Look at that 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you for that report there. 7:01. Now, these two videos here on your screen show different angles of that deadly crash, and one is from EarthCam taken by the Kennedy Center. The other video is by the Associated Press that appears to be of surveillance footage shot on a cell phone at the airport.
And at this hour, many questions still remain as the NTSB continues its investigation.
Yeah, we have DC News Now's Haley Milon. She joins us here in the studio with more. Good morning, Haley.
Hey, Shanika, Tosin, a tragedy in our community. And now the question is, what led to the collision? The National Transportation Safety Board is handling the investigation. And here's what we know at this hour. Wednesday, 5:30 p.m., American Airlines Flight 5342 takes off from Wichita, Kansas, manned by 2 pilots and 2 flight attendants with 60 passengers on board. Then around 8:55 p.m., it's approaching DCA runway 33 at an altitude of 400 feet. That is when it collides with the U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter with 3 soldiers on board conducting a training exercise. Air traffic control crews asked the Black Hawk crew if it saw the airliner coming. They confirmed that they did. Now, recovery crews found the fuselage of the American Airlines CRJ-700 aircraft inverted and in 3 pieces in the Potomac River. Meanwhile, NTSB says it's recovered the black box from the crash site. New images released last night on X that you're seeing on your screen. The recorders are now at the NTSB labs where they will be evaluated. The board chair, Jennifer Homendy, says the board identified parties in the crash, including flight and ground teams.
We look at the human, the machine, and the environment. So we will look at all the humans that were involved in this accident. Again, we will look at the aircraft, we will look at the helicopter, we will look at the environment in which they were operating in. That is standard in any part of our investigation.
An extensive and meticulous investigation is already mapped out. NTSB says it's going to take 30 days to get the preliminary report. It'll take much longer to reach a final determination of cause and possible fault. Going to check in with you guys just a little bit, send it back to you at the desk.
All right, Haley, thank you for staying on that investigation. Now we're learning more about a former D.C. City Council member and civil rights attorney who died. Howard University confirming overnight that Kia Duggins was on that American Airlines flight. This is video of Duggins when we spoke with her last year on a story about the proposed omnibus bill. People who knew her says she was preparing to be a law professor at Howard University in the fall. And as an attorney, Duggins worked for the Civil Rights Corps. Howard University President Dr. Ben Vincent III says the Howard community, they're grieving the loss of Professor Duggins. He also is asking the public to give Duggins' family, students, and colleagues privacy and respect at this time.
3 students from Fairfax County Public Schools and 6 parents also killed in that mid-air collision. One of the parents was a staff member, another retired. Officials say they were in Kansas for a figure skating event. Superintendent Michelle Reed says they're not releasing names yet to give families privacy. She is calling for a show of community and support during this tragedy.
It's so important to come together as a community at this time and really to be present for one another and thoughtful with one another in a way that will bring about healing in the coming days, because this has been just so heartbreaking.
We're told they'll also have resources available to support students, staff, and family. And this is Sam Lilly. He was one of the pilots on that American Flight 5342. His father confirms his 28-year-old son was a PSA Airlines pilot, which is owned by American Airlines. Also on board, flight attendant Ian Epstein. His family confirming he died in that crash. The flight attendants were all based out of Charlotte. And flights resumed at Reagan National Airport at 11 o'clock yesterday. We're inching closer to that 24-hour mark following that deadly crash on Wednesday.
Yeah, that is where we find our DC News Now's Yamarie Sase this morning. And Yamarie, it seems like you're in a different part of the airport. Is it looking any different? Is it busy right now?
Yeah, so we are in Terminal 2 area of Reagan National Airport. This area, actually just a few minutes ago, it was super busy, and now it's kind of died down. But we're right by the American Airlines check-in area, and people are working their way, trying to check themselves into their flights. I even checked the flight board. A lot of flights are on time, especially American Airlines flights. They are on time. Just a few are canceled at this moment. Now, just yesterday, flights actually resumed at 11 a.m. on Thursday after being closed for nearly 14 hours. Now, Jack Potter, President and CEO of the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority, said it is safe to fly and that they worked with all federal agencies to make sure that it is. We actually spoke to some passengers this morning who definitely have some mixed emotions but are super confident in their flight today.
I actually lost a father in a plane crash about 20 years ago, so it definitely struck home for me. I mean, the tragedy just goes out to all those families. I mean, it's a horrible, horrible tragedy. We were definitely nervous. My wife had talked about possibly driving, but again, the flying has always been to me the safest way to travel.
Yeah, even after speaking to even more passengers this morning, everyone does feel safe. They don't believe the situation like this will take place again. And they're really just trusting their pilot and officials around the area to ensure that they get to their destination safely. So later on, you'll hear more from some more passengers that are riding American Airlines. For now, reporting in Reagan National, I'm Yamarie Sase, DC News Now.
All right, Yamarie, thank you. Now, the Washington Post reports just a day before this crash, another jet landing at Reagan National Airport alerted air traffic control that it had to abort after a helicopter appeared near its flight path. The Post says flight tracking maps from Tuesday night showed an unidentified aircraft almost directly under the jet. That jet, a Republic Airways flight, landed safely.
The Associated Press says a FAA report shows one of the air traffic controller was doing the work of 2 people the night of that collision. The report also says staffing in the control tower was not normal that Wednesday night. That report says when the collision happened, the controller was responsible for coordinating helicopter traffic and arriving and departing planes. An anonymous source telling the Associated Press positions are regularly combined when controllers need to step away from the console for breaks or in the process of a shift change or when air traffic is slow. All right, we want to show you some satellite images right now that captured recovery efforts on the Potomac River. You can see crews out there on the water east of the airport, several boats near that wreckage and debris. DC police say many first responders were out there for more than 14 hours.
And we're getting firsthand account from inside of Reagan National Airport as that crash happened. Mary Dewing is a Virginia native and had just landed at DCA. She tells DC News Now that she just got off of the plane and sat down at the gate for her connection when an American Airlines employee began talking to all of the gate agents.
As he went to each person, their face just dropped. And so then somebody said, crash, 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 code 3. Suddenly there were probably, I think I counted like 6 fire trucks, 2 or 3 ambulances, police. And so you could see them all going out. So we assumed somebody had landed and maybe went off the runway or something. We had no idea.
Very troubling to hear. She also says soon after, restaurants and bars turned on the news and everyone started watching. Dewing says people were crying. They were horrified as more information started to come out.
I mean, audible gasp, because it's shocking, you know, and they were so close to landing. I think, and that's what everybody kept saying, is they were so close. They were almost here. Everybody was trying to help each other, which is good. It always makes you have a little bit faith in humanity when everybody kind of starts trying to come together.
And she says she also managed to get a rental car and drove home. On her way, she did drive past the rescue and recovery operations in the river. She tells us it was so reassuring to see so many first responders showing up to help and assist.
We love to see people rallying together at a time like this. And you can also rally and help with the recovery efforts as well.
Yeah, if you have information on the collision, you can call these numbers on your screen we're about to show you. The Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments says anyone with information related to the rescue and recovery efforts, they're asked to call 911. They advise you not to touch or remove anything. And anyone in the U.S. or U.S. territories who believe they know someone on that flight, they should call American Airlines. It is now 7:11. We're bringing you the latest on the crash. We're continuing to give you those updates over the Potomac.
Yeah, coming up, we're hearing from a helicopter pilot on the recovery efforts on the ground and what could that possibly look like. Plus, traffic concerns at DCA. They're reignited. What officials are saying about the number of planes flying in and out of that airport in Arlington.
All right, checking in with meteorologist Jackie Layer. We might need the rain gear.
Yeah, I mean, we're now seeing a little bit of that drizzle right around DC at this point into northern Virginia. But otherwise, we're seeing most of that rainfall well down towards the south of DC at this point, down towards the Fredericksburg area. But I'll have more details on timing of more rainfall that will fill in across the area. That's all coming up right after the break.